For the last deck of the day, we're going to monkey around a little bit. This is Monkey Aristocrats here. And its monkey name comes from here, Monkey Idol. 0-5 for 3. Deal 2 damage to me at the start of the round and summon a Powder Monkey. So over the course of 3 turns, it summons 2 ones that are ephemeral that deal a damage to the enemy nexus when they die. We also have some Monkey Business here, which summons 1 Powder Monkey, and if you plunder it, it gives you another one on the following turn. And then we've got 3 copies of Phantom Prankster, along with 3 copies of Neverglade Collector here to make our various ephemerals deal lots of damage to the opponent. We've also just got other good things that we don't care if they die. We've got things like Rabid Butcher, Cursed Keeper, Fortune Croaker, Glimpse, Stalking Shadows to find some of the details, some Doom Beast for reach. Yeah, I thought about fitting in the new Nightfall Idiot, but I didn't really have a good cut. Maybe this is just better than Stygian Onlooker. Could that be it? I also like didn't have room for Blighted Caretakers to fit in here either. What if I cut the Stygians and we play 2 Evershade Stalkers and a second Blighted Caretaker? I think I'm into that. Let's do that. All right, we'll start here. Yeah, we'll cut the bird and we'll go 2/2. Shark Chariot could be good. Well, we don't really have many ephemerals in our deck, so probably not. I guess the monkeys are ephemeral. I don't know. Yeah, that really pushes in a very specific direction. Alright, I'm gonna just not play with my deck full of 0 power things against Kench. I'm just gonna find a different game. Yeah, we don't really care about giving out LP, chat. Definitely mulliganing this. Yeah, I feel like people are talking about Shark Chariots and Heckrums, and at that point, we sound like a different deck. Like you're like 15 to 20% different cards at that point. I keep our 1-2-3 curve here, see how it goes. Fiery Lions, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good morning.
I must get out of here.
If we're gonna change the deck, we should just add Zoe and build around her. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
What's in here? Paradigm shift time. Round and round we go.
Lady Elise, please take me home.
Hush, my sweet.
I think we're glimpsing Cursed Keeper before attacks here. They're drawing a landmark. Are they a Targon's Peak deck? They must be, right?
You're gonna be sorry.
Because there's no way they're playing. There's no way they're playing the healing one, right? Well, they're not a they're not Freljord. So they're not field rushing. How much for 24 hours? I don't do 24-hour streams anymore. They're unhealthy. They're also just not good content. Yeah, I could do 16 probably. But that'd still be a lot of money. Just, I promise, if there's a lot of Runeterra decks in the queue, we'll get to adding more Runeterra stuff. I'd much rather do multiple longer days than just like one really big one. Yeah, my viewer metrics under Runeterra just aren't high enough to justify doing insane Twitch stuff anymore. Okay, so we drop this ephemeral Cursed Keeper over this Spiderling, and then it'll make a 4/3 and deal 1 to them at end of turn. And then they're low enough at this point. Wow, that's rude. Targan's Peak made super cool Star Chart 3. Yep.
What's in here? Stop, stop, stop!
Oh, this is gonna die, and I'm not gonna get my 4/3, right? Or do I? I do. Okay.
Interesting.
I agree they're looking pretty dead. Even with a bit of life gain here, I've got a lot of reach rolled up. Zoe close leveling, 9 out of 10.
You pay. I got the spirits. They will buy it all.
They haven't invoked anything other than star charts, right? Oh, they did this, but is it 7 or more? Yeah. If they have a way to give lifesteal here, we could be in trouble. Dead or near enough. So the question will be, can they survive combat next turn? And then can they survive Doom Beast? Can they survive more ephemeral things with my Neverglades? That'll do it, pig. Wait, does this let me overwrite this, kill this? It's unfortunate this works different than magic works. Do we still have them? Monkey business plus Doom Beast does it?
I know these paths well.
Yeah, silence or heal both gets them out of it. Alright. Sometimes lucky. Comet would have also done it there. One piece of feedback I passed along, it would be really nice if they'd put a share button here for the deck on the play screen. So you don't have to like click to collection, click the deck, click it, and then click back. Since there's just dead space there right now. Peak matchup variance is having been live for 3.5 hours, not seeing Kench all day, and then queuing up with a deck full of 0 power units and queuing into Kench 2 out of 3 times. It's just how it be sometimes. Where are you? Yeah, our 0 power things probably aren't very good against all the challenger units either, is a good observation.
All for the best, my pet.
So then we probably want to Monkey Idol next turn. Sounds good, Sunshine. Do I like any of the new emotes? Yeah, I've had this emote in a lot of my loadouts. Huh, they just passed. I guess we do this then. Monkey Idol is the original landmark. Yeah, it is in a lot of ways, isn't it?
You won't suffer long.
Ah, shut up. Say your farewells.
Alright, this puts them to 8.
You're gonna be sorry.
And then this does 4, and this does 2.
What's that noise?
Nice.
Nothing gets between me and my mark.
I don't think any of the landmarks are really powerful enough to need something like that, Precipic. Pretty sure we want to hold this for next turn and get Monkey Idol down this turn.
Still heart, steady aim.
Please, I have connections.
I have connections.
Just wanted to play. Valor!
Opponent taking it slow and preserving every hit point here seems smart on their part. And these are hopefully lethal together.
You're easy to track.
Really? I mean, I know we've conceded to Kench twice, but the non-Kench games have been really sweet so far.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that.
Ostia and Lionu, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel. I'm keeping Prankster, gonna mulligan the rest of these, looking for some cheap things to start on. Sand does not seem great.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
Okay, so we definitely open on attacks with this, and then we go idle into Prankster. We have a lot of must-answer things here, at least. That's a decent draw. I think I want to do this first here still, though. Hopefully they don't have the... Do they just pass to me? I'm like 1,000% supposed to take this pass, right? Yeah. We have yes.
Might is our sword, her warmth our armor.
Oh, whoa. Oh no, it made the second copy ephemeral.
Channel our power!
Do you have a single combat? You do. Oh, this was wrong. I should have eaten this and then played this eating the other one. Alright, judgment me, daddy.
Warning, take you!
Yeah, possibly Perspec. It's gonna depend on, like, do they have judgment, and then, like, do they have another way to gain life? If they don't have another way to, like, gain 10, we might still win this. My opponent is playing Garen Aurelian Sol. This is a variation that, what's his name? BBG's been playing. Seemed very good. One of the kind of sweet things about Garen as a champion in their deck, in addition to Garen being good with Plaza, his champ spell is Judgment. So you, like, get to have copies of Judgment without having to actually play copies of Judgment, which is really potent.
I'll take you, dead ordinary love. For justice, for democracy. I don't change fate, but I can see it.
Yeah, they're max greed, and they play actual copies of Judgment also.
Alright, let's mess some folks up.
Let's mess some folks up. Yeah, there was a spreadsheet going around with deck list, but no official, like, coverage page or anything like that. There was just a Google Doc with the stuff in it, I believe. Probably using Glimpse to make sure Garen doesn't get to strike this turn. Yeah, I don't know about Croc, like, so we've been in an awkward spot where the problem with Croc is that when you go, you don't really want to go super late a lot of the time, and just, like, having a random big dumb beater wouldn't be good on a lot of these boards. Yeah, honestly, the issue with a lot of what we've been doing so far has felt like, we just, like we're bad against Kench, and we're bad, like, our zero power things are all pretty awful against all these challengers people are playing. Yeah, Blighted Caretaker not being good because of how full our board tends to be could definitely be accurate. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how we win from here. Like, there's a pretty good chance we get judgmented this turn. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know if that's good enough, though. I feel like they've got enough power they're going to be able to close the game out at this point.
Watch them die.
The old 4-mana draw 2, build your own slow speed salvage. Honestly, Evershade Stalker seems kind of bad. Seems kind of bad for the same reason as Blighted Caretaker. We just don't really have bench space. Gonna put the Stygians back in that we started with. Yeah, Crumble could be okay. I don't know. Like, the problem with playing Crumble, chat, like, I think you're just supposed to not play this deck before you play Crumble. Like, if we think our linear aggro deck needs interaction like that, I think we probably just shouldn't be playing it. So rather than trying to become interactive, I'd rather be more aggressive, and Stygian seems like a fine way to do that. I think that's something that's very common in all card games. When your aggro deck loses to something, people always start shouting out answers. They want to, like, take their aggro deck and slow it down to have answers, when the actual answer is your aggro deck beats things like that by going faster, get under them. Yeah, it wants to have a decent start playing pressure to the board and then kill the opponent with a little bit of reach in the late game. That's what we want to be doing.
We weren't expecting callers. Humanity is obsolete.
Was playing Ezreal Swain, eh?
That I am superior life form. Safety disengaged.
Yeah, if you want to be super interactive, you just shouldn't be playing a deck like this. You should be playing something else. Already did that, Astox.
Perfection. You pay, I got the spirits. These are my role. Safety disengaged.
Ooh, Shakedown. Shakedown's a sweet suggestion. I could see that being an effect that could be okay. It's burst speed, it can let you pull blockers out of the way of your bigger attackers, and it just kills our own stuff, which is potentially very valuable in spots. That sounds like a very reasonable suggestion for a direction we could go in. And, like, that type of thing, like J-Raid said there, like, that's a good example of, okay, this thing's a little bit interactive, but it also, like, helps helps forward our primarily aggressive game plan, which is good.
Perfection.
Really good suggestion there from J-Ray.
Vision to see what others. Prime and ready. A ticket to the gun show.
Ticket to the gun show. I think I'm just taking 6 here. want to try and go wide this turn, I think. I actually would like to hit Stygian here. That's not terrible.
Lovely day for a battle.
Is it too aggressive to just cycle through this to drain a little bit with it? I don't think so. They're gonna flock one or both of these. They have 2 flocks here. We're probably dead.
After the battle.
I'm gonna hold on to this.
The inferior design.
Maybe it's right to play this just so I have something left on board. We're down. And like this is what we're looking to do, right? We're looking to get them low, and then from here we're hoping to be able to burn them out with effects like this, and then other things that give us a little bit of reach.
Linger in the air.
You're playing the Reforge cards. Interesting. I think Riven could actually be a really sweet champ to pair with Swain. Giving Swain Overwhelm seems great. The fact they didn't attack there seems great for us. I'm gonna kill this in response, so this way if we draw Stygian, we can play it and have a blocker for Swain.
We are at war.
Come, stay a while.
I will break them.
Yeah, I did that. I updated the list on my site to make that change extras. Okay, Doom Beast, please. Easy game. Never didn't have it. The opponent's regions don't heal, right? So they should be dead.
Merely pawns in a grip.
They could like kill us in response here, maybe, but
Time for a true display of skill.
by this much, chat.
They don't know what they're up against.
Get the level up animation value before you die, exactly. Yeah, seems great. All right, Zoe me. Thermo Beam.
We weren't expecting callers.
Shakedown over Croc. Yeah, it could be a fine swap. Can you improve perfection? Now the question is, do I want to get Prankster down before I start crokering? I think the answer is yes. Because getting Prankster down next turn means I get an extra trigger off the Powder Monkey as well.
Prime and ready. Rise, metal brethren. Can you improve perfection?
Round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Ballistic Bot is definitely in the running for the best voice lines in this latest card drop.
System upgrade. Join me if you want to live. Can you improve perfection?
So we'll go Croaker, kill this probably, and then Croaker, kill this.
Join the glorious evolution. The flashbacks will bow, great maker.
I'd prefer if people hold off on donations to foil specific cards, because there's a chance that Riot just gives me stuff for the LPP program. Although they all just went on vacation, so if that's going to happen, we probably won't hear back from it till January. I'm going to start here, actually. Because I feel like there's a chance they attack in and we trade some stuff off here. If you're looking for Victor stuff, I posted a set with Victor Riven yesterday that felt very reasonable. I think we're just saying okay for now. We're going to be hoping to fade Lifesteal on Victors. For my regulars or new people too that haven't seen it yet, that new YouTube channel has daily highlight videos. So basically all the best of the things that I've found to play on stream will all get videos up there. They're all about 20 to 25 minutes, very easy to watch on your lunch break or just when you have a quick second each day. I think all three of the champions in this card release look very reasonable as is. They all feel fairly competitive, and I don't think they're going to likely need changes. I don't actually know if I agree with that Precipic. I think Riven's less flashy than a lot of the alternatives, but I also don't know that I think she's necessarily worse than Victor. Zoe is definitely my favorite, and she's my favorite because she's awesome. I agree that this is the best card set Riot has released so far. How do I feel about second Prankster into Croaker here? I think I'm into it. Oh, I am getting a monkey next turn that we're losing now. I forgot about that. I forgot about the free monkey. It's a pretty big mistake. Board management's a big deal. A big deal in this deck. That could be lethal. I think I'm supposed to Doom Beast to buffer my life here. Is that lethal? The Croc plus the Glimpse is lethal, right? I just Croc, right? They could have like a Get Excited or a Hush. Croc Lobster. Okay, we're not dead yet. Okay, so we have to gain life, die to the ignition, right? So I have to Stalking Shadows into Doom Beast. And then these are technically lethal. What a close game. If they aftershock, they're still... Oh, they'd kill us. Yeah. Yeah, they need a way to kill us. Do we Riven emote before we play the Lethal Ravenous Butcher? I think they realized their mistake. Alright, so for reference there, Aftershock hits anything including our Nexus. I think the opponent realized that shortly after putting it on the stack. It's a new card. A lot of times cards like that don't hit players, so like, you know. After seeing Croc that game, I'm gonna give Croc another chance. We talked about cutting Croc for Shakedown, but Croc was pretty okay there. Huh? I don't think I want Stalking Shadows in the opener. Are we playing sticking it on 1? Sticking it on 1's probably fine, right? It probably gets in for 2, and that's good enough. Ski, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good morning.
I thought you'd never ask.
Pretty sure we monkey business here also for just getting our points in. Gives me something to play with Fortune Croaker next turn. Also gives me things to glimpse with.
Watch and learn.
If I kill you, I don't fortune, stupid.
Oh, maybe I'm just supposed to croc there, actually. I don't know. Being able to glimpse whatever they Mystic Shot has some appeal here. Feels like we're in a medium spot. They're at 13. They get to Mystic Shot this. Get a little bit of reach.
Firing.
A lot of blockers.
Lady Elise, where are you?
Where are you? So I'll have Fearsome this turn at least. We're gonna play out more 3/2s with this here.
Charge.
Yeah, worth noting, neither Croc nor Shakedown look very good here. It's very possible I should have played this on 4 when I had the 2 powder kegs. I think that was probably a mistake not to.
I don't miss. Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
So we could Hapless, Doom Beast, and Glimpse here when they try to shoot something with the Mystic Shot. If they pass priority here, we might just end the turn here too, though. Oh, they looted the Mystic Shot. Alright. We do that.
Humanity is obsolete.
I feel like doing something like expanding the bench from a logistics of a programming standpoint is probably something we won't see happen. Okay.
Safety disengaged.
This could be what we need. Some reach. Boo. Boo.
System upgrade.
Okay. It is 2 beams down. Sometimes these decks get excited because they have a lot of things they don't mind discarding. So it's not just beam. They're also gonna get some like free mystic shots plus some other stuff.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Nailed it. Firing.
It's playtime. Just wanted to play.
Check me out.
All right, and wait, am I crazy,
You've
or are these worded the same but behave differently?
Charge.
If your bench is full for this, do you have to overwrite something in addition to killing it, or do you just kill something? I don't remember now. I feel like you have to overwrite in addition to killing, but maybe I'm making that up.
System upgrade.
I'm pretty sure we're done at this point.
we've made the most of it.
Prime and ready. Rise, metal brethren. To what more?
They've stabilized high enough that I assume we're not catching back up from here. We can play it out though. All right, never mind. I was about to say the game's gonna end pretty quickly. Baron will end it immediately.
That's no way.
One of the things that I love about Runeterra is there's definitely a severe lack of garbage time when the games are over. They end. Was missing the Kraken for relevant? I have no idea. The game's just entirely different. Like, I didn't miss playing Kraken 4, I chose not to play Kraken 4. And how the game plays out differently if I choose to instead do that, I have no clue. Just a lot of decisions on both sides end up very different if I play the Kraken 4. There's a possibility they just I'm pretty sure they played a Ravenous block that game, so there's a good chance the Croc didn't matter. They also played a bunch of beams.
That egg. Did it move?
I think they will balance anything next patch. So, the live design lead, Ruben Zhu, had mentioned that the balance patch for January had already been shipped, basically, with the holidays, with them taking time off. So that implies two things that it's already in the pipeline. First is that there's almost assuredly balance changes coming in January. Second is that it implies that the changes that are coming art to newly released cards because they hadn't seen people play with those yet to balance around them.
You pay, I got the spirits. These are my rules.
So it's pretty typical that they don't balance change when they do a set release. So I imagine if there's go hard changes coming, they'll happen in January. I think go hard's like the short list of things that we could see changes on come then.
Won't someone help this poor soul?
Everything hurts.
How are you, spirit?
I'm innocent.
So ordinary.
Yeah, there could be other things, like maybe Shen Fiora could have changes in the pipeline. Yeah, we could also see buffs to previous cards that have already existed too. Runeterra does buff balance changes pretty consistently. So not just nerfs could be on the table, we could see some small changes to previous champs.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
Can you improve perfection?
I didn't do nothing.
Can't wait for Vlad to get buffed and everyone to subsequently complain about him being too strong. Yeah, I agree with the sentiment that happened in chat just now about Vlad and Scargrounds. Vlad might finally have a home.
Safety disengaged.
Vlad's always had a home in my heart. Fair.
I got ways to find him, man.
I agree with that assessment, Moist. I think Shen Fiora is a very difficult deck to rebalance for that reason. I don't think there's any individual cards in that deck that I would call out as being too strong, but the sum of its parts is definitely very hard to interact with.
Is the upgrade. Hey, dig it. Do the gun show.
I'm just Doom Beasting. Just kill and replace. Okay, said there. They could make River Shaper a 1/2. Making River Shaper a 1/2 is probably a decent way to approach that change. They need to buff Greenglade Caretaker to have more than one voice line.
Take from the rich, give to me.
I agree. That would be a strong play.
Primed and ready.
Well,
Have a mushroom. Have 3.
that's pretty good.
I've always been a fun guy.
As a heads up, PCP Tree, a lot of the decks that we play, almost all the decks we play on this stream, are viewer submissions, so I can't really speak to why or why not something was or wasn't included. If you'd like to make a recommendation on something we should include, I'd always love to hear your logic for it, as long as you follow the card rec command. Offer me up why your suggestion is good.
We could use a bite.
Take a swing.
Lilies? Where are you?
Once I snap papers, now faces.
Well, we know they don't have any way to interact with this here. Their last 2 cards are puff caps. They should probably double puff cap me there in response, huh?
Lovely day for a battle. System upgrade.
Round we go.
Officer J.S. Hawknall.
That's too many steps. You should play Vampire Nighthawk in this deck.
Shadows.
Alright, so they are very dead. Goodbye, friends.
Now we feast.
Nom, 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 nom. Gobble them up. It does, yeah. Vampire Nighthawk stat line would be absurd in Runeterra. Based on how good Sparklefly is in this game right now, 2/3, 2/3 lifesteal elusive with equivalent of Death Touch would be real good. I'm gonna keep Idle, Prankster, and I'm only these other ones looking for cheaper cards to come before them. Here, you ready to give them the business, chat?
I'm something of an aspiring trichologist. I'll follow where I can.
Clad in shining sunlight.
Alright, no plaza is great for us. Yeah, we have a bunch of 0 power idiots, chat. Try and use them.
Playtime.
Just survived 4 pack your bags with Zoe Lux. You love to see it.
What is this?
Here, sorry.
Alright, and then we drop Monkey Business here.
Easy to dragon?
Man, if this isn't a good highlight of this deck, I don't know what is. So we can play all 3 of these this turn. So I think we start with this.
Hey, I got the spirits. These are my rules.
Keywords and mechanics are different, either.
Oh, yes. She does love visitors.
Alright, you heal on up there. Heal up now, y'all.
If I kill you, I don't fuck you, stupid.
Alright, well, I mean, each of these deal at least 2, right?
Oh, hear it.
Come back later.
Her light is our sword, her warmth our armor.
If we can dodge single combat, we can dodge a ball. I think we can beat this.
This is outrage!
Dead or near enough. Oh, I could have, the way they ordered their attackers, I could have blocked different. Yeah, that's true. I could have blocked and lined up the triggers to kill them. Yeah, they should have put the lifesteal first, but then when they didn't, I messed up back. It's a good catch. TJ, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Behold my work!
Attacking with these might be wrong. He should still be dead, right? Feels like a pretty good one to end on. I like to end on a high note. So, this deck today was a good reminder for myself, and it should be a good reminder for all of you at home. You shouldn't really make changes to deck lists that other people have been working on until you've put some good games and some time in with it. And like, because there were a couple of changes I made to this before we started, and they were just bad. Like, we fit in Blighted Caretaker and the Nightfall card that makes copies of itself that's ephemeral before we started playing games. And they were just, both those cards were bad because this deck just puts so much pressure onto the board, or you're so wide, your bench space is so tight, that those effects are just not things that we really have room for. While this deck seems really mediocre against Kench, you're probably not 0%, like it's a card game, anything could happen. I did concede those matches today because I think, you know, our deck with a bunch of 0 and low power things is going to have a hard time there. I was really impressed with our ability to be reasonable against the Demacia decks. There's been a lot of Plaza decks running around, and it didn't feel like we were just dead to those. We beat them a number of times. Basically, what you're looking to do is play some threats to the board early, and then in that mid to late game, kind of do what we did there in that last one, where we get set up with our various pranksters and collectors and monkey idols and monkey businesses, and just burn them out for those last, like, you know, 6 to 8 points of damage or so. Doombeast helping being reached too. The fact that all of kind of the engine cards of our deck are followers, so Stalking Shadows hits all of them, was quite sweet as well. So if you're looking for kind of a neat take on a pseudo burn aggressive deck, this seems like a very reasonable way to do that. So at any rate, that's going to wrap up for my Runeterra for this morning. Try KK and TJ, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel. For anybody that's new, I stream full-time here on Twitch. About half to 2/3 of my content is Runeterra stuff. I'm here basically every single morning doing 2 to 3 different constructed decks. I also have a couple of YouTube channels. One where I post just the best decks that I play every single day in shorter highlight videos. So if you're interested in short 20 to 30 minute highlight videos, my Hoaglandia highlights is the channel for you. And then I have a second YouTube channel, my Jeff Hoagland YouTube channel, where I post absolutely everything that I stream. So like all 3 of the decks that we played today, for example, they'll all go up there in separate videos that are the full hour to hour and a half of us playing them. So thanks everybody for hanging out. I will be back tonight. I do some variety stuff in the evenings. We're going to be continuing our Witcher 3 playthrough this evening, so I'll be back with that about 6 hours from now, but I'll be back with more Runeterra if you're just interested in Runeterra stuff tomorrow morning about 9 a.m. For my regulars, I'm starting Runeterra earlier in the mornings because I've got a whole bunch of decks waiting to be played from viewers. A lot of the decks we play here are viewer submissions. I think we've got like 24 decks waiting to be played. So I'm going to be doing 3 to 4 decks every single day this week. Peace, folks. Hopefully see some of you around again soon.